It's Bern, 1 round and 4 deals game. A game that collects quickly instead of longer ones like London or Lisbon. So I have one green belt to my opposite, one brown belt, maybe the most dangerous player here, and a white belt to my right. I don't know which player is less dangerous, either opposite or right. The opposite player is a weird one, really. Now, I discarded green and I plan to collect some old types. And I don't want to make knitting. You can suggest that it's some knitting according to my tiles. Yes, 3, 6 bands, 5, 8 dots, but really no. It's too few tiles for knitting. I'd better collect some regular structures, some old types, as long as I have pair of dragons and some winds. Collecting all types with pair of dragons and only one wind is rather risky, but if you have two winds, even single winds, then your chances to get another one get higher. Fives are useless for me as long as I have one chow, and looks like they're useless for the player to my right. Why he thinks about this 5 so long, I don't understand. Maybe he just wasn't ready that I discard the same 5 under him. Yes. Maybe he's just not very comfortable with this portal, with the UI, user interface of one time. Maybe he's getting used to it still. I'll discard 3 then. I'm waiting for something in dots, of course. Maybe around 5. I hope so. The opposite player, I don't understand what he collects. He can collect anything. He likes to collect melded hands, really. He melds all sets and then waits for something. That's interesting. I can try to collect mix straight, either with all types or without. For mix straight I don't need winds. I need pang of dragons maybe and a pair, but 2 5s already. 2 5s already discarded, so there is no hope to get the last 5. And I discarded as a safe tile, of course, because it was discarded by the opposite player. You see, so little system in his meldings. Maybe he collects all simples. All simples and melded hand. Now, West was discarded once to my right. North wasn't discarded at all. What is easier to wait? Aha, North discarded once. North is useless to anyone and West is useless to anyone. Yes, and let's wait for this North, which was discarded recently. It's intuition. There are no strict rules for such discards, but I just believe that North will be discarded soon. 4 goes nowhere. The opposite player can wait for anything really, because he has double pung. But he can win from discard only. He can't win from the wall because it's just 4 points if he waits for some simple tile. 4 points, it's double pung and all simples. 7 is safe. Okay. And where is my North then? Maybe players suspect that I'm collecting all types, so they'll hold some wins. He changed his waiting. He waited for 7. And now he waits for what? 3 BAMs. Looks like the player to my right wants to melt some chow, but thinks better now. The player to my right, at my left, sorry. The player to my left melted 1 pung, and this is interesting. This is interesting what he wants. Just 1 pung. Maybe he collects. Maybe he collects something in lower tiles. Yes, lower 4. Good. Very nice. He waited. He just changed waiting. The opposite player just changed waiting for wrist. Very good. 19 points from the wall. I'm very far from every other player. So, this hand looks like some chows, really. I don't need donors as long as they are single, and I don't think about knitting. 7 tiles for knitting, but they are connected, you see? Maybe, by the way, about knitting, maybe I'll collect knitted straight. It's more probable to collect something like knitted straight here. 3, 6, 9, 1 for 7, 5, 8. I need only 2 dots. And I need no, I don't need this 5. I need something in BAMs for a chow, for example, 3, 4, 5, or 5, 6, 7 for my 4th set. And I also need a pair. I need eyes. Yes, 3, 4, 5 I take. Chow. And then discard rather 1. Just because 1 cracks is used in my fan, in my main fan knitted straight. That's why I don't need this one, and I'd better wait for 7 or 5. 7's BAMs weren't discarded. Sorry, 7's BAMs. 5's cracks weren't discarded as well for now. The player to my right doesn't melt. The opposite player, the opposite player has plan a plan for half flush. So, if he has plan for half flush, then I'd rather can discard 7 bams. Let's wait. Let's wait for something from the wall. I need 2. If I take some pair, of course, I'll discard another tile and make ready hand. But if I take 2, I want to make ready, and I'd rather discard 7, because some 7s, 1 7 discarded. Good, really good, because I didn't need. Ouch, that's bad. He collects punks, not half flush. And I'm waiting for the last 2 now. If I don't get another 2, or if I don't get a pair now, then it will be impossible to win. Just all punks, very good. A cheap hand. It was just a cheap hand. Now, almost ready hand for mixed shifted, pure shifted chows. Sorry, pure shifted chows. 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8. I need 4 and 5 simply. I also need a pair. Nice. Very nice. Okay, let's discard this too. I hope to take something, some pair in cracks. Yes. I don't want to wait for 8 in a hold. I'd better collect 1 or 4 in dots, I believe. Oh, it's not his wind. It's not his seat wind, no prevalent wind. White belt just meld some punks. Maybe he wants to win with all punks. Another all punk plan. No. Good. Okay, let's discard the 6. If I'm waiting for a pair, then I'd better wait for some terminal or near terminal tiles. No. I'd better discard some central ones and wait for terminals. If I'll be waiting for a pair from discard, then players will discard outer tiles, terminal tiles more likely than central ones. But if players collect punks, 9 is safe. Well, 9 is safe. Maybe it's better to discard 9. And I'm not sure who needs 7 or 8. 7 is safe. Who could tell that 3 can be useful? Yes, I could make ready hand if I didn't discard the 3. But on the other hand, who could tell that if I wouldn't discard the 3, then the player to my left would discard it in his turn. Seven's discarded, but somebody holds 8. That's not easy. Really not easy to play against punks with chows. Okay. I can win with 1 BAMs, but only with the last one, I believe. Kong? Why? Why make concealed punk melded Kong? I don't understand, sorry. 3 must be safe, it was discarded. Yes, to my right. And 4 BAMs was discarded once and melded once. So I think somebody will discard it finally. The player to my right, surely. The player to my left, very possibly. If only the player to my left won't win. Ouch. Lucky him. So now he's at the first place. He's at the first place, and I'm at the second place now. This can look like half flush or like some chows. Chows. Okay. Maybe it will be something like knitted straight again. But I'd rather collect some regular hands just because it collects more quickly. Maybe I'll collect mixed straight, maybe I'll collect mixed shifted chows, very possibly mixed shifted chows. 1, 2, 3 dots I have already. I can take either 4, 5, 6 or 3, 4, 5 and BAMs, and I am waiting for something in cracks. Yes, now it looks more like mixed straight. With pair of 8s, and I'm just not sure what fourth set will be in my hand. I can discard 2 dots now, as long as I don't need it. No, I still don't collect knitting. One BAMs can be good for a pair. For example, if I take another one, I can declare Pango of 8s or Pango of 1s as my fourth set. It's good to have 2 pairs in your hand, not more. Just 2. 2 sevens cracks discarded already, yes. But I hope that the player to my left will just discard another one. If I won't take it from the wall, then I'll take it from the left. Yes, just as I told. Nobody discarded once so far. So I can just take Pango of them and don't worry about the fourth set. Another 7, not very good. Yes.
Ciao.
Very nice. And I'm just 1 step behind ready hand. Anybody can give me 1. And I need 6 BAMs as well. If I take this hand, I'll cover this distance. Yes, let's calculate what I need. 70 70 minus 42 is 28. Yes, 28 means that I can declare anything from anywhere. I mean, I can declare mixed straight minimal mahjong from anywhere and win. I just hope that I'll win, of course. Always make ready for victory. He doesn't need 3, he doesn't need 4. I hope that he won't take 5. Let's discard 5 firstly. It looks rather dangerous. Yes, okay. He develops his hand. And now he doesn't take red. What about his plans? He collected Pang of Seed Wind, but possibly he has only one dragon. Maybe he has one white and one green, for example, and can't take anything because he's not ready. Great, good. I'm ready now. I have ready hand. Tenpai in Japanese, Tenpai in Chinese. But 3 Berns. 3 Berns is good. I can't take it, even if I have a valid structure. And what about the last 3? Oh, good. Self. He was waiting for white, not red. Let's take a look. Nice, I collected good hand finally. 2 cells I collected in this game, yes. He waited for the last white, and he had no more dragons. He couldn't choose. He just waited for white, which is in the wall, of course. The opposite player collected some concealed hand. He didn't take 4 dots. At least, he discarded 4 dots. I don't understand what he collected. I just wonder why he left these tiles and discarded others. Why he held east, for example. Okay. The player to my right, white belt, wanted possibly all types. And he didn't want to take Pang of reds, yes. He possibly hoped for mixed straight. By the way, not a bad plan. He waited for 5 dots, 3 cracks, and 8 dots. Well, not a bad plan, but too far. Maybe he couldn't make another good plan, but this is rather far from ready hand for this moment, for almost end of the game. Okay, so luckily I picked 6. Third 6 in the game. Another 6 was in the wall. Thanks all.